Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Kenney for Fox Soccer alongside Graham Zusi out here at Sporting Kansas City. Graham, you guys are off to an amazing start, another impressive year for you. What makes this team so good?
Well, first of all, I think we're carrying our momentum from last year into this year. The team really hasn't changed that much, so everyone's on the same page tactics-wise, and we also added some key components like Bobby Convey on the outside wing. He's done very well for us, and it's just a team that knows what it wants to accomplish, and we're going for it.
I understand this is a very fit team.
No, from what I hear, everyone just killed it. I think the coaches were very pleasantly surprised about how fit we came in, and the beep test results showed that.
I hate that beep test, by the way, but it is a true test to the fitness. But you yourself, MLS leading assist man, that's something.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not me by any means. A couple of them have been, set pieces where I just stick the ball in there and the guys do the rest. So
I know you are a humble guy. You always give credit to your teammates. Again, they've got to finish what you serve in that box, so it does go all around. But you're doing 90% of the work out there,
Oh, I don't know about 90. That's a bit much, but we'll split it 50-50. How about that?
Okay, that works out. It took about 2 years to really cement yourself as a premier player at Sporting Kansas City. What was the biggest difference for you mentally, physically, that you knew, hey, 2011, this is my year?
God, I always credit it to getting an opportunity, really. In my first couple of years, I was, I played, but it was usually off the bench, and I was coming in the last 10 minutes of a game, and it's kind of hard to put your stamp on a game when you have 10 minutes out there. And last year, I was able to get a few consistent starts, and fortunately, I was able to do well with those, and kind of, like you said, almost cement a spot in the middle there. And from then on, I'm just trying to get better with my game and continuing to improve and do well.
Was there ever a time that was frustrating for you, those first 2 years in particular?
Not so much, to be honest. My whole career has been kind of, even from high school to, I played a little bit of PDL, to college, I was always biding my time. PDL, I was a very young guy. I was still in high school, so I waited a couple years to get into the mix there. And then college, my freshman year, I think I may have one start. I had a bunch of guys ahead of me that, were just, a lot of them are still in the league today. And it was just being patient was, I think, my big thing, and also just trying to learn as much as possible.
Who were some of the guys that you really learned from?
Well, college, it was, Jason Gary and Stephen King. There's Mike Delarusso. There's a ton of them. But and then here in Kansas City, Josh Wolf, Dave Arnaud, Jimmy Conrad, a pretty good list of guys. So I was just extremely fortunate in where I ended up and with some of the older guys that I had over me.
It seems like your story could resonate really well to so many players who, you have to pay your dues. If you work hard, you can get there. What was the most difficult point in your career, would you say?
When you come into a spot where it's almost like starting over again. College, you kind of eventually you become almost the guy, and then when you get to the next step into the professional area, you're back down to kind of the run again. And so it's just, for me, it was just the patience. And just trusting the coaches when you met with them, and knowing that your time would come. So.
And then you scored that game-winning goal against Panama for the U.S. men's national team. That's quite an accomplishment. Take us back to that memory, that moment.
Yeah, that was a fun one, especially since it was in a foreign country, kind of a hostile crowd, and the ball just landed perfectly for me. I think it actually took a deflection off Teal Bunbury, but it just, it was set up on a platter for me, and all I had to do was tuck it away. But it was by far one of my kind of greatest accomplishments as a player so far. Just to be able to play for my country first of all, and then getting a game-winning goal was icing on the cake.
Will we see you out there in any of the World Cup qualifying games?
I sure hope so. That's kind of out of my hands right now. all I'm focused on is playing for my club team right now, and if I'm playing well here, then I hope I catch someone's eye with the team.